Ever been home alone and felt a bit spooked? Well, imagine things getting seriously creepy. From strange noises to creepy sightings, these tales will make you think twice about being home alone. Picture this, a 14-year-old home alone for the weekend, thinking it's all fun and games. Our protagonist, now 17, reminisces about a weekend that turned from cool solitude to a nightmarish ordeal. We all know the thrill of having the house to ourselves, right? But little did they know, this weekend was about to become a haunting experience. So, it's Friday afternoon, the parents are away, and our hero is ready for a weekend of gaming. Xbox, check. Pizza ordered, double check. Everything seemed normal until a strange sound echoed from outside, like rustling in the bushes. Just the wind, right? Well, not quite. As the night deepened, our gamer friend heard a persistent noise outside. Brushing it off at first, the real shocker comes when a shadowy figure appears in the yard, a man where no one should be. Panic sets in as a loud bang echoes through the front door. Alone and scared, our protagonist contemplates calling the police, fearing they might be overreacting. The noises pause, a moment of relief, but alas, the calm is shattered by the return of footsteps. It's like a horror movie unfolding right at their doorstep. Taking matters into their own hands, our hero opens the front door, cautiously investigating. Nothing. No one. Just when the tension eases, a strange noise echoes from the parents' room. Heart pounding, they peek inside and behold a chilling sight, a silhouette in the dark. Frozen with fear, our gamer locks eyes with the intruder, a regular-looking guy in a winter jacket and jeans, just like any other person, right? Wrong. Panic sets in, and a terrifying chase ensues as they bolt down the stairs, fleeing from the unexpected visitor. Out the front door, running for their life, our protagonist sprints through the night until safety is a few blocks away. Can you imagine the fear, the adrenaline, the disbelief of encountering such a chilling situation when all you wanted was a quiet weekend at home? Our next tale takes us to a seemingly ordinary weekend for a teenager home alone. Gaming, pizza, and that sweet feeling of freedom. But things took a terrifying turn. Imagine hearing strange noises, spotting shadows, and realizing someone's trying to break in. Heart pounding, our protagonist calls 911, and the police arrive to find the intruder still lurking in the parents' room. What unfolds next will send shivers down your spine. As the police take control, the intruder keeps his gaze down, leaving everyone puzzled. Our storyteller spends a restless night, and when the parents return, they're in for a shock. Cleaning up the mess left behind, the trauma lingers, making every creak and rustle a source of fear. The motive behind the break-in remains a mystery, leaving us questioning the randomness or the possibility of a watcher in the shadows. Now, let's shift gears to another hair-raising experience, this time in the suburbs near Niagara Falls. Living in a town where trouble is mostly on the east side, our storyteller thought they had left behind the chaos when they moved to the quiet suburbs. Little did they know, danger doesn't discriminate. Picture this, a sunny summer day, doing chores when a stranger walks onto their property. Red flags, anyone? The man runs off, leaving confusion in his wake. But that's not the end. Later that evening, a trip to the store turns into a chilling encounter. The same man, with an eerie grin, blocked their path. Creepy vibes, right? The question about parents at home raises alarms, but the cashier intervenes, allowing our storyteller to escape the unnerving situation. Fast forward to the dead of night, a loud bang on the door, and it's 1:30 a.m. Who could it be? Innocent and hopeful, our storyteller rushes downstairs, only to realize they've made a grave mistake. The backyard light reveals the unexpected. A dangerous game of cat and mouse is about to unfold. Picture this. A sunny day, mowing the lawn, and then, out of nowhere, the man from the corner store appears. The same man who had walked up while our storyteller was doing chores. The unexpected guest turns into a nightmare when he tries to break in. Panic sets in. The door pops off and the phone is dead. Classic horror movie moment, right? Yelling, crying, and a race against time. Upstairs, hiding in the closet, our storyteller calls 911 and the suspense builds. The man's erratic behavior unfolds, but thanks to the police, he's caught. Still, the lingering fear remains, making being home alone a bit scarier than before. Now let's travel back to 1993 when our storyteller was just 6 years old. A big brand new trailer, no creepy history, but something unsettling haunts the night. Was it a dream, imagination, or something more sinister? The young child, spooked by tales from the crypt, finds solace in their parents' room. Nightly whispers and strange sounds fill the air, and when banished to the living room couch, the real horror begins. In the quiet darkness, a whisper calls their name every night. Creepy, right? But one fateful night, it wasn't just a whisper. A tall, almost 7-foot figure stood in the hallway, staring. This childhood experience, a mix of fear and humor now, left a lasting unease with dark hallways and shadowy corners. Imagine this. You're a kid, all tucked into bed, when suddenly a figure appears in your room. A long black cloak, a face as black as night with horns, and eyes that glow like fiery embers. That's exactly what happened to our storyteller. Frozen in fear, they stare at this nightmarish entity, unable to move or speak. The creature whispers their name in a rough voice, revealing small, sharp teeth. Terrified, the storyteller hides under the blankets, hoping it's just a bad dream. Morning arrives, the sun shines, and the fear dissipates. Maybe it was just a nightmare, right? But as night falls again, the entity returns. Whispers of their name fill the room, and there it is. The monster with red eyes, emotionless and as still as the shadows. The storyteller screams, runs, and seeks refuge in their bedroom. Dad comes to the rescue, assuring them it's just a bad dream. But little do they know, this monster has a bizarre obsession. It wants a pillow. Night after night, the red-eyed monster with a penchant for pillows haunts our storyteller. Even with the reassurance of parents, the fear persists. The creature hisses, screeches, and demands its elusive pillow. Desperate to put an end to this bizarre nightmare, our storyteller takes matters into their own hands. In a moment of frustration, they grab a throw pillow, toss it at the entity, and shout, "Here, take your stupid pillow." To their surprise, the creature vanishes, leaving the hallway in eerie silence. The pillow, thrown in defiance, lands exactly where the monster stood. Morning brings confusion and disbelief. Was it all in their imagination? Or did they face a red-eyed hallway demon with a strange affinity for pillows? Picture this, a late-night walk home after a wild party, a bit fuzzy from the festivities. Our storyteller, after bidding adieu to the graduation after-party, embarks on what should be a straightforward journey home. Little did they know, this night would take a turn for the terrifying. As they strolled down the sidewalk, the night air still heavy with the remnants of the party, a peculiar sound caught their attention. A dog in a nearby yard was making grunting sounds. But this wasn't your average pup. It was a massive Belgian shepherd, all black, similar to a German shepherd. Now, these dogs may look cool, but they can be quite the force to reckon with. Climbing onto these bins about 4 or 5 feet high, our storyteller knew it wasn't nearly enough to outsmart the determined dog. But these bins led to a lifeline, a big tree with branches extending at least 15 to 20 feet high. Climbing onto the first branch, panic set in as the dog started going berserk. In a desperate attempt to fend off the furry menace, our storyteller screamed and tossed their water bottle at the dog's nose. Unfortunately, it only made matters worse, escalating the situation from growling to barking and chows. In a twist of fate, a light turned on in the house that owned the dog. The owner stumbled out, an overweight drunk man who, just like our storyteller, had overindulged in the evening's festivities. It turned out the dog had been mistakenly left outside, and chaos ensued. The owner tried to calm the frenzied canine but failed miserably. Seeing the imminent danger, our storyteller knew they had to act fast. With a chain in hand, the owner finally restrained the dog, offering a hasty apology before stumbling back inside and locking the gate behind him. Seizing the opportunity, our storyteller made a daring escape. They descended from the tree, gathered every ounce of energy left, and sprinted home. It was a heart-pounding race against time, nearly stumbling a couple of times, but relief washed over them as they finally reached the safety of their own front door. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more.